Page 85, Good Morning to You. At the top of the page, they're introducing another symbol for you to now know and memorize and understand forever and ever and ever. It's called a fermata. It's also known as a hold. Remember I told you the beat goes on? Well, this is one of the times where the beat doesn't necessarily go on. It kind of stops temporarily. Yeah, we'll talk about that. You see it at the bottom of the page. Well, the last line, it's in the measure 6 and it's in the last measure, measure 8. There. However, let's go through this piece. Let's see what we got to do to learn this now. It's 3 lines long. There's no repeat sign here. The treble and bass clef, 3/4 time. We have 1 beat in the first measure. That means we're coming in on beat 3. That means there should be another measure somewhere else with 2 beats in it, because we got to have 3 beats in every measure. If you look at the last line, the last measure, that has 2 beats in it. So those are beats 1 and 2. Then beat 3 is up above. Okay. It looks like for the most part the melody is sort of in the left hand, but the right hand gets it occasionally. So it's going back and forth. Well, that'll be fun. Actually, because for the most part the hands are playing one at a time, I'm going to kind of take both hands together. But if that's confusing to you, then you need to do it one hand at a time first. So we're starting out with the left hand here, and the right hand when it comes in is here. So yeah, we're still in middle C position. So it's 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So I'm holding all that down. Hold that down is 1, 2. I'll come back to that fermata. Just play it. 1, 2, off. Like so. So make sure you can get the notes and the rhythms okay. Then go back and get rid of the hesitations, so it's a nice steady beat. And then we add in the articulation. That would be the slurs or the phrases. Lift up. See, this is connect all that. That's why the phrase, the curved line goes above both stabs, or like that. They can do that. And then lift up. The melodies go back and forth here between the hands. So you add the phrases, and then we add the fermatas. I consider that part of articulation too. And a fermata is you just hang on to it as long as it feels right. What feels? It's a feeling thing. So in the measure 6, it's just hang on to that note for a bit. Then when you're ready, you go on. And then the last measure, you hang on to that for a little bit and then go on. And in this case, stop. So the fermata just lingers on it. You hold it out longer than it's normal. But there's no set time as far as how long to hold it. Now when I do it with a metronome, I'll just double the value of the smallest note, and that's how, because I want to stay with the metronome. So on measure 6, that quarter note, I'm going to hold it 2 counts instead of 1. So it would go 1, 2, hold. I just add an extra beat, and then at the end, the quarter note at the end, I just hold that 2 counts instead of 1. 1, 2, hold, off, like so. That's how I do. It's a personal thing. Other people can do it differently. That's how I do it with a metronome. Now, something about music and beat, most everybody can feel a beat. You can feel a pulse. And if you're dancing to a pulse, you can feel it. Well, when people are doing fermatas and they're holding these out longer, you will still feel a beat. Even though it's being held out, most cases you will still feel a beat. So even though they're not intentionally holding it a certain number of beats, typically it will end up being a certain number of beats. They may not know how many because they're not counting them, but they'll still feel that beat going on. Measure 6, 2, they may hold out. They're still feeling that beat, and then when it feels right, they'll go on. And same thing at the end. Not all the time, but a lot of times you'll still feel the beat in a fermata. Don't have to, but typically it's just the way we work. Now we add the dynamics, where it goes to the melody, whatever you think moderately loud is. Mezzo forte. These should be soft. Second line is, that's melody. Should sound like one hand played all those notes. Soft, then again, it's all melody, it all goes together. Now, that's melody, this is soft. Until the last note. So the left hand is soft, then loud. Because it's melody. And these are soft. So the melody is what we're after here, and this is good exercise between the hands and play it loud or soft. And it takes practice, it takes control, you'll get there eventually, but yeah, keep working on it. Speed, well, happily, whatever you think happily is. I'm not a morning person, and it's morning right now, so it's a stretch for me to fake happily, but that's it. It gets better in the evening when I've had a glass of wine or something, then I can be happy. If you want to sing it, you go right ahead and sing it. I don't sing in these videos, so it's up to you. You see a major 6 below where the words are, they got that line there, and I've been told by people, because I read it wrong, is that you're supposed to insert a person's name there. Because I thought you just sing dear on, because that's a way they can do that if they use a line to indicate singing of a word over multiple notes. Here I'm told that's not what this is for. It's like an underscore line where you insert a person's name there. So it's dear somebody. And that's fine, you can do that if you want to. Good morning to you, whoever you're shouting morning to is okay. I like to play this with you slowly. Let's double check the notes and the rhythms. The fermatas, as I said, I'm going to hold them for 2 counts instead of 1. I'm not going to do any dynamics. I'm going to do both hands about the same. I'll give us 2 counts because we come in on beat 3. So I'm going to go ready, go, then we go. Ready, go.